Jim Carrey can not only make you laugh, he can also make you cry.
Another movie review.
The 2009 adaptation of A Christmas Carol is directed by Robert Zemeckis and stars Jim Carrey's voice as Ebenezer Scrooge, Gary Oldman as Bob. After watching the movie, I decided to look at some of the reviews of the movie, and I saw that it only had about 58% on Rotten Tomatoes and 6.8 on IMDb, which kind of shocked me because, like, yeah, this movie is not perfect, but it definitely is not 58%, man. It's definitely not 58%. This movie, like the 1938 version, tells the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, a shrewd, cruel, and a cold-hearted man who hates Christmas. It does, however, differ in many ways. This version, unlike the 1938 version, tells a longer, more thorough story of Ebenezer Scrooge. When the ghost of Christmas past visits him, it really milks the tragedy. Instead of just showing one scene of him being there alone, it shows him meeting a woman, it shows him, cutting off ties with that woman just because he wants to get richer and richer. It really shows the progression of how he became this cold-hearted man when he used to be so warm-hearted and loving. This movie also goes out of the way to highlight how stingy he is. I mean, his partner dies, and typically back then, during funerals, they put coins over the eye. His partner dies, and he literally takes away the coins from the eye. That's how stingy he is. The original movie, the 1938 one, doesn't show this scene. It doesn't show his partner dying, but it does in this particular version. And I think that does add to the movie, because in the 1938 version, we do see his partner's ghost appearing to him, but we don't really see how he died. This movie having that scene does help give a reason to why he is haunting Ebenezer Scrooge later on. The design of the spirits that haunt him is also incredibly different, and I actually prefer the designs. In the original one, the ghost of Christmas past is just some girl. This particular movie, the design it sort of resembles a candle, and the flame is the face of the ghost. I also like how he voices the ghost of Christmas past and the ghost of Christmas present. The future one doesn't talk, but he still did the motion capture for all three ghosts. I think that sort of adds, this air of, like, it sort of shows you that the spirits, they kind of mirror him. Like, the spirits that visit him aren't just spirits that visit any random person that hates Christmas. They are the spirits that will visit him, and him only specifically. The movie also makes a decent attempt at being a bit more scary. The scene where his dead partner Marley visits him is a bit more refined. The scene is extended, and I think that just adds to the overall quality of the particular scene. I also really like the fact that the ghost Marley, his jaw falls off. I like that part. Due to the film being animated, I think that gave a lot of freedom to the director and to the creators of the film to really expand their creativity into making the movie a lot more aesthetically pleasing. And of course, technology, it helps. The original one came out in 1938 and they were limited, so you gotta understand that as well. There's certain scenes in the movie that's a bit strange. I remember when I was in the theater watching this in 2009, and when the ghost of Christmas present visits him, he kept laughing for no reason. Fast forward 11 years later, and I still have no idea why he laughs all the time. It's a little unsettling, to be honest. Love the design of the Ghost of Christmas Future. I think they did a really good job with that. I think certain scenes could have been cut out. I don't really see the point of having the scene where the Ghost of Christmas Future kept shrinking him. I felt like that was a bit odd to show. Like, this isn't Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This is A Christmas Carol. Like, why is that in the movie? Jim Carrey is also this naturally just eccentric human being. So he does bring that into the movie, which sometimes adds to it and makes it better, but sometimes it gets a little bit irritating. One particular thing about this movie that I really didn't like I really found it, I think that was like one of the biggest mistakes they did, and that would be the scene where Scrooge buys the turkey and gives it to Bob Cratchit. In the original one, in the 1938 one, he actually brings the turkey to Bob Cratchit's home and dines with the family, like with the poor family. But in this version, he just sends it to Bob Cratchit and then he goes and has that expensive dinner with his nephew. Like he could have bought the turkey and brought it to Bob Cratchit's home, and that would have been better, a bit more personal. In the 1938 one, he also buys presents and gifts and gives it to Bob Cratchit's children. In this movie, it just shows Bob Cratchit narrating towards the end, saying that Scrooge became sort of like a father figure for Tiny Tim. But instead of narrating it, show it like how they did it in the 1938 movie. Overall, I think this movie, it's a good movie, but there's just certain scenes in the movie that really didn't need to be there. Jim Carrey's eccentricness does sometimes make it a bit irritating, like how the Ghost of Christmas Present kept laughing for no reason. Like, just stop. I loved the added darkness and grimness to the movie, but I don't know if it's as good as 1938 one. I gave the 1938 one an A+. This is definitely not an A+ though. I'll give the 2000 adaptation of A Christmas Carol a B+. I got all dressed up for this review, so please do subscribe, like and comment. Thanks for watching. Have you watched A Christmas Carol? Let me know. Ciao.